In this video, I will give you an introduction into how to use and configure Concept to create a sketch of this nightstand. The images for this, when we go to the assignment text, you can find being already copy and pasted into the assignment text. And for those who are not part of this class or are maybe on a Windows 10 device, since you also have concepts for there's also a link to the zipped version with all these images inside. Okay, so how do we get these images into concepts? Let's start at concepts first. We will go back to the first kind of like project, then we will create a new document, and let's set up this document. I would like this to be 11.5 inches, so landscape, this is perfect. My drawing scale, I would like to be in inches, 1:1. This is also very good. Plain white, no grid, very nice. So onto here now I would like to get my images. Let's go to the assignment text. There are two very easy ways how we can do this. We, with a finger, press on an image. Wait, you see then it's highlighted, pops up, and then we get this menu. Click copy image, go to concepts, go to import, and there you see the first icon in this list. It shows actually the image behind a paperclip. That means that the clipboard. Tap on it, and there's the image. Very good. We will turn off rotate and leave the image. Let's go back. Let's do this one more time. With the finger we go onto it, hold it, wait, select copy, go to concepts, and do the same. We can move this to the side a little bit. Another very easy way is also with the finger we can click on an image, hold the finger on the image. The moment you see this highlight popping up, and then move your image, and then swipe up, go to concepts. So we can even actually move it onto it, or with the finger you tap on it, and then release the finger. Delete. Let's do this one more time. So move, swipe up, with the finger tap onto concepts, and release, bring this over. So easy peasy. Two fingers pinch, zoom out. The selection we set to lasso, draw a selection, and then we scale this one down. Select this image with the image picker or the object picker, this one. Very good. Now, this upper edge or this front edge is 15.5 inches. Why do I know this? Well, because I modeled this one in Shaper, which is the best modeling application for iOS. Also is actually now coming out for macOS too. Very often I think this is kind of like how I think SketchUp should have been. This program is super good for object, architectural, jewelry, furniture type modeling. It's fantastic, super easy, productive. Hey, and it runs on an iPad. When I click an edge, you see 15.5 inches. So that is good to know. Let's go back to concepts. Upper left corner, let's configure our drawing tool. So first tool, tap on it. We would like this to be the pen. Opacity 0, smoothness, we can keep this at 95. And the size, now here we have some sizes right now. I don't really, since I work with millimeters all the time, the imperial numbers here don't tell me much. So for the moment, we will simply make a big line. It's easy to see. I could also, with this tool selected, simply then tap on the tool feature there and change it. Okay, let's turn on Guideline. With the one finger click and drag this guideline up, I actually move my finger onto directly this plus icon under the number. Turn rotate off. If in case it's rotated and it's not snapping correctly, turn snap on. Then you see it will snap horizontally. Okay. Rotate off. With one finger, double tap onto the plus under the number. You see then the left and right part of the guideline is gone. And then we can scale this till it's 15. And we can see already this is way too big. When with this guideline, I tap onto the guideline with my finger, it looks like nothing happened, but actually it did. I actually placed a dimension. So go to select, lasso, and then I draw a selection. Why is this not being working? Let's say filter all. Nothing found in this layer, or sorry, all. Okay, delete. One more time. There, delete. Okay, good. Alternatively, you can always, when this, for example, happens, 2 fingers and undo. 3 fingers tap, redo, 2 fingers, undo. There. Okay, good. So let's go back to a drawing tool. There's my guideline. And 1.1, so 1:1 is not a workable scale. What about when we go here 1:2? That means it's kind of like 7.5 inches. On the paper will be equal 15.5 inches, but now we see this is still way too big. So tap onto the 1:2 icon one more time, and now we can maybe, what about 1:8? What about this? Next, okay, this is good. So there, this is getting smaller now, so 15.5. Okay, well maybe this is actually a tick too small. So with my finger I tap one time here on this 1.8, and then here I type in 1, 2, 6. What about that? Let's try this one. Yeah, this is a little bit bigger. Good. So with my finger, I put my finger and press onto the number and then hold it, and then this will pop up, and then type in 15.5. Very good. Then now I have my drawing tool turned on, and I move my finger along the guideline, but not on the guideline, next to the guideline. And then you start drawing, because if you move your finger onto the guideline, we move the guideline. Next to it, we draw on the guideline. That's the way how this works. Okay, so this is actually a 15.5 long line. So how's this going to help us? We will go to our image layer, and with the lasso select everything. Very good. Then go to group. So I click this chain icon, bring this up, and 2 fingers and scale. And then we try to line this up. till this looks good. Okay, so select everything, move this a little bit to the side. There we are. And at this point, we can see now this is a tick too big. So one last adjustment. We will do the drawing scale of 1 to 7 because 1 to 8 was just too small. 1 to 6 is good, but everything just fits on it. So how can we very easily change this? Little trick. At the bottom you see I switched select only to active. I go to the pen layer, draw a selection over this line. You see this is 18 inches long. With my finger I can press, or no, I put my finger onto the dimension number and wait. Since I have the pencil 2 in my hand and the new iOS, you saw at the bottom this menu pop up, and to the right was the keyboard icon, and I click the keyboard icon and then type in the number, press done. Very good. Or alternatively, with the pen away from the keyboard, sorry, the iPad, not just using my finger, and then as you can see, just this on-screen keyboard happens. The reason why this happens on this iPad and the new iOS is the new iOS has a really great on-screen writing ability with the stylus. So instead of the keyboard, you just write it by hand and then it converts written hand into characters. Also here, 15.5, done, very good. So now we can go back to the images. We're still in select only active. So you see the line is not being selected. And now I scale this. Yeah, so this looks good. Very good. Bring this one down to there. And select everything, ungroup. Very nice. What can we do now? We will switch to item picker, select this, move this a little bit to the right, select this, move this a little bit to the right, and I would like to even everything out a little bit. An easy way to do this is I turn grid off, my pen is 95, that is good, and I draw a line to there, go to select this line, make a copy by clicking on this icon with the plus, bring this over, turn on select everything or everything on all layers, and now I can move this one up and down till, for example, it is somewhat centered vertically and left and right spaced out well. Very good. This I can delete, this I can delete. Zoom out a little bit. Lasso select everything. And then, yeah, we can try to position it so it's left and right. We also have a good distance. Okay, so this line, if we want, we can keep or delete, and maybe go here to this image, actually, or on this pen layer, go to the pen tool icon, or we set this to 0 smoothing, and then we just type in 1. Oh, snap is turned on. 1, 2, 7. Okay, so we just took a note what scale system we're using in this drawing. And with this, basically, we have our backdrop nearly set up. Last thing maybe is to lower the transparency. And then we can lock this layer, so we can't really edit it anymore. We can turn it off, but we can't really select or write in it, which is really nice. And now in the next video, then I will show you how we can start setting up our tools and then create very quickly our furniture illustration with concepts.